everyone, and welcome back to the lessons on the IELTS speaking section. Last lesson, we looked at some useful phrases for the speaking section. This lesson will cover the format of part 1, strategies for success, and some sample questions and answers. Now, when it comes to part 1 of the IELTS speaking test, it is often considered the easiest, as it's an opportunity for the examiner to get to know you a little better. However, it's crucial to approach it strategically to ensure you perform your best. Let's do a quick recap on part 1 of the IELTS speaking exam. Part 1 consists of 4 to 5 minutes of conversation with the examiner. The questions are designed to be simple and personal, typically about your daily life, interests, or experiences. Right, before we get on to some examples, let's look at some tips on how to go about this part of the exam. First of all, walk in confidently. Remember, you've been practicing and preparing, and you're ready for this exam. Confidence is key, and that will definitely help you tackle this section. Second of all, make sure you're friendly and polite. You can start the conversation with a smile and a courteous greeting. Now, this next tip is very important, and that is to make sure you expand your answers. Part 1 questions are usually straightforward. However, don't just give one-word answers. Expand on your responses by providing details, examples, and explanations. Also, remember to speak clearly and fluently. Pronunciation and fluency are essential. Practice speaking clearly and try to avoid long pauses or filler words like and Another tip would be try to use complex sentences. By doing so, you'll be demonstrating your ability to use a range of grammatical structures and vocabulary. This will show your language proficiency as well. And the last tip I have for you is not to memorize answers. Now, while it's helpful to prepare for common topics, avoid memorizing responses. Examiners can spot memorization and it can negatively impact your score. Although just putting it in here, during the last lesson, we looked at some useful phrases for the speaking exam, memorizing them and using them appropriately is fine. Here, what I meant to say is that you shouldn't really memorize a whole chunk. Everything you say should sound natural and conversational. Great, let's go on to some common part 1 questions and model answers. Question 1. Can you tell me about your hometown? Your answer could be something like, certainly, I come from a small town called and then mention the country. It's a picturesque place nestled in the mountains, known for its friendly community and beautiful scenery. I grew up there and it holds a special place in my heart. Sample question number 2. What do you do for work or study? Here's a sample answer. I'm currently a student at, and you can mention your school name or university, where I'm pursuing a degree in, and mention your major. I find my studies fascinating, particularly because it allows me to explore my passion for and mention your academic interest. Sample question number 3, do you enjoy reading books? Sample answer, yes, I'm an avid reader. I find reading to be an excellent way to escape into different worlds and gain new perspectives. Recently, I've been reading and mentioned the book title by whoever it is, and it's been a thought-provoking experience. Sample question number 4, how do you usually spend your weekends? And here's a sample answer. During the weekends, I enjoy a balance between relaxation and productivity. I start with a leisurely breakfast and then head out to the gym for a workout. In the afternoon, I like to catch up with friends or explore local cafes. And on Sunday evenings, I usually prepare for the upcoming week by organizing my schedule and tasks. So these are just some sample answers. Feel free to personalize them based on your own experience and preferences. Remember, in part 1 of the IELTS speaking exam, your goal is to engage in a natural conversation with the examiner. Practice with a partner or record yourself to improve your fluency and confidence. With consistent preparation and these strategies, you'll be well on your way to performing successfully in part 1 of the IELTS speaking exam. And that's our lesson. Stay tuned for the next lesson where we'll go through how to answer part 2 questions. See ya!